Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, please do subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and know every time I come live. Right now, we're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. This is for the first half of May. Melissa! Girl, Melissa is going to get me in trouble with... with a Taurus. Hey, Jessica. All right. Let me just shuffle the cards. I was cracking up that last reading. Woo! I'm going to wake up with a horn up my ass. That's fine. That's fine. It was too funny, though. It was too funny. Definitely too funny. All right, Gemini. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Okay. Gemini. Card number 17. What is already with you? Now, you're failing to remember how magical you are. It's like you're waiting for something to come in, not realizing you've just released all of your magic. Just put your boobies. Okay, let me situate my hair. I think that's what's going on with me. I think it's the hair. My hair is frizzy right now. So card number 17, what is already with you? All of this magical stuff is already within you, and you've just released it without focused intention. And when you do that, it does, it basically will just do non-specific induction, which means it just spreads all over, you know, kind of like syphilis. I'm just joking. Let me stop. What the fuck is going on? Is it the moon? Is there something going on with the moon? Is it a planet? It's fucking Saturn, isn't it? Someone sent me something about Saturn in my inbox. Did Saturn go retro? Is that what it is? So Gemini, solar storms. Shit, that's right. Solar. You can't hold this against me. You can't hold my foolery against me. It's solar storms. Also, Gemini, card number 35, conscious connections. You are refusing to look at what's in front of you. The circumstance and what this circumstance is attempting to communicate about you, you're not paying attention to it. You got your ass crack hanging out. You're partially naked in your truth, but partially not. So you're going to have to figure out, are you ready to stand in the light of your truth? I'm about to get orale pues. All right, let me just, okay. I have a high forehead. Will that work? Let me just, all right. There we go. Are you going to look at yourself? Are you going to stand naked in your truth? Or are you not? Now, here's the thing. Yes, you are. You're going to go against the grain of what you normally do. What do you normally do when there's conflict? What do you normally do when you're feeling as though you're inadequate? As though all you do is just mess everything up? Are you going to keep going down that? Or are you going to just go balls to the wall? I don't think she has both. Are you going to go nipples to the wall and just really stand up, be in your truth? You have to look at yourself. What are you allowing yourself to be carried away by? What is the current? Where is the current taking you? And as of right now, the feeling that I keep getting is that the current is taking you further and further away from your personal power. So that way, when you swim upstream to get back to where you started, you will be much stronger. So this is like a trial by fire. Is Gemini air? Gemini is air, right? Yes, Gemini is air. So, whoo, You feeding that fire. Damn. Is my husband on here? Frey, are you on here? See, that's why. That's why. You just feeding that fucking fire. That's what happened. There weren't no solar storms. There weren't no demons. You fueled that fire with your hair. Keep talking shit. That's what happens. All right, let me just... Okay, this card flew out. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to set the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you're really being watched. This doesn't necessarily feel like human. It feels like parasitic circumstance. It feels like the totality of the Gemini energy is being calibrated through trial by fire, a baptism in flames. And it's leaving you feeling very wilted, very worn out, very depleted. And hey, you know what? As bad as I feel about that, the cup is at its most useful when it's emptied. You know what I'm saying? The cup is at its most useful when it's emptied. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on is, you know, you're being washed. Dark things are being allowed to happen to prepare you. This is like you're being trained. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. Yep. See? So here's the thing. What I'm seeing is that you are going to be replenished. This energy is going to be very vibrant, very rejuvenating. It's going to be like a young masculine type of energy, like ready to prove something. And then you have your, you have this moment where you recognize, like, I'm going to do this. I can do this. And you ready for all out war. And then you're fucking stuck again. Gemini, this is what I notice about your energy. A lot of Geminis don't like to follow through. They'll get all ramped up, and then right before it's going to happen, fizzle out and deflated. 194 Coco, I will neither confirm nor deny. I will neither confirm nor deny. I need additional protection. All right. Gemini, you have to stop dang-a-langing. Okay, stop dangling there. Make up your mind and do the damn do, whatever the do is. Let me see what else. Okay. So there's a lot of going into your shell, a lot of silence, a lot of introspection, and that's good because right now you're gearing up to go through another very massive leveling up. Now, the only thing is, with some of the things that you're doing and choosing for yourself, you're blocking your own cup from being refilled. And remember, we were saying that you're going to feel wilted, you're going to feel depleted. How are you going to be refilled if you're blocking your own cup? Right? Amen, Claudia. I did not skip. I only postponed. Yes. See, Jessica says have had to keep on despite feeling depleted, not giving up. Now, forcing yourself to continue instead of taking a moment to slow down is not. It's taking a moment to pause is not giving up. It really isn't. You have to make sure you discern the difference because it seems as though like a parasitic influence is causing you to misunderstand the need for a pause and think that it's giving up because it's not. It's so not. And you even got the World card. So your energies are all intertwined. I think this does have to do with a karmic debt being paid up. It has to do with things that were unbalanced before, and now everything is being realigned and rebalanced. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a lot of like chaotic feeling, but there is a rainbow at the end of all of this. You have to just look up to notice that, you know, it's going to improve. You have the World card. It's definitely going to be something that is going to challenge you, but at the end of the day, you're going to get through it. Not only are you going to get through it, you're going to thrive. Okay? You're absolutely going to thrive. So let's see. Oh, Gemini. I'm being told you need a Black Moon card. All right. Get you another. Oh, Jesus. Christ. Hold on, guys. Oh, shit. Ooh-wee. All right, all right. So pay close attention to the image. That to me, I won't comment on what that looks like to me. But it's card number 2, Moon and Soul. Okay, Moon and Soul. It feels like a karmic debt. It feels like the paying of that karmic debt. All things must come to the soul from its roots, from where it is planted. What does your gut say? The Moon asks. This card is all about mystery, feeling, and hidden messages. The Moon is receptive. It governs intuition and self-protection. Its placement by sign and house indicate those areas to which we are most emotional or sensitive. The Moon represents what is felt instinctively and what is at the core of our emotions. It absolutely feels like a karmic debt. And with the presence of the moons, that tells me you're going through a cycle, okay? This is not going to be an incessant thing. It's a cycle that you're going through. It has a lot of karmic ties to previous lives. It's something that's being resolved within you, okay? Within you. That's why there's so much tumultuous, disharmonic feeling. This card talks about high emotions, being moody, feeling restless, the tribe, never reaching any resolution, things that should have been dealt with years ago. And it ties into the High Priestess. So with the High Priestess being factored in, I mean, you have everything. You have all the tools in your tool bag to get through this circumstance, okay? It's just you have to allow the process to do what the organic process is. And then your next card was Aries, card number 13, I Am. So to me, I had told you guys in the beginning that it seems as though you're going through a trial by fire. And what is Aries? Fire. Aries, I Am. You are the fire. You can't be burned by fire if you are the fire. So all that's really happening, Gemini, is that you are really being allowed to see with clarity the truth of your light. You know, and it might be a little bit difficult for you to swallow right now because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's very intense. But this parts of you coming up from way deep down in the soul, the roots of it all. It's coming up to be processed. And once it's processed, you're going to be able to harness this. And that is intense. That's intense. And your next card has to do with Scorpio. I transform. Look at that. Look at this picture right here. Okay? You're being brought back. You're going through a spiritual death, a shamanic death right now. And you're being brought back from the underworld. Someone who can tap into that underworld, to that darkness, and still function within the light. Ooh, we talk about high priestess level. Like, you can do some shit. Not bad shit. I'm talking about you can benefit humanity if you harness this. If you can temper this experience with grace and compassion and patience for yourself, you can absolutely harness this to assist anyone who comes before you needing help. Gemini, you're being prepared for a major, major calling. Yeah. See, Jessica was just looking at the Seal of Solomon. You're being called to activate. It's time for you to wake up, okay? Ooh, grand trine, blessings. Upon the trine is your foundation, okay? You are establishing a foundation on one of the most stable places you can. It's a place of deep blessing. It's a place of serenity where you can just find respite from the storm, the chaos within your mind, and just sit quietly and know you're protected, you're provided for. And Gemini, you're going to get through this. You're really going to get through this. You're not being punished. You're not being forsaken. It looks as though this is all tied to past life events. Those events were intense, but they're finally being processed now. I think up until this life, you weren't ready to process them. And now you are. Now you are. And so that's what's going to happen. And my poor husband, he's a Gemini. He's finally processing because one of my lives I lived as an empress and he was the palace guard and we had an affair. Really pissed off the emperor. And I found him again in this life and now he's stuck with me. My crazy ass. And so now he has to process what the fuck he started all those lives ago. Let's get you a card, Gemini. I don't even think he's watching this. Hold on. All right. See, card number 3, the dissolving light. Look at all those layers of you. You're shedding so much of the unnecessary. You're allowing yourself to get lighter and brighter and rise up in frequency, as well as rising in your dimensional level of consciousness. You are growing, Gemini. You're growing. You're experiencing growing pains, but you're growing. And that's all you have to focus on, that growth. Let me see. It's card number 3. How beautiful is that? I died as mineral and became a plant. I died as a plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything when I was ever less by dying? When was I ever less by dying? So again, you're going through a spiritual death. When are you ever less by dying? Every single time you experience a spiritual death, you rise up. You rise up in consciousness. You rise up in your existence. So, I mean, dare to take my hand and become set alight with holy fire, my cherished one. Step forward with me. Let us burn together, dissembled in the light that cannot be extinguished. This is the light that burns with such incandescent truth that no falsehood can withstand its audacious vibrancy. Come with me now to the light. Together we shall melt into truth. So even in that melting, you're losing your form. You're losing this false form that you've held yourself to for so long. And in the warmth of your truth, all of that falseness just dissolves away and it melts. And all that's left is you and your truth. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. No longer do you have to hold shapes that don't honor who you are, what your purpose is, what you're here to do. So I say, let it burn. Let it burn. You should let it burn. I'm not going to sing the whole song. So, yeah, Gemini, that's a pretty intense thing you're going through right now. That's a pretty intense thing. I've been through cycles like that, and it's pretty destructive. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, controlled demolition of self. Because in that clearing away of the things that no longer serve you and your soul purpose, you free yourself and you free space to build higher, to build a more fortified foundation from which you can grow. So just take it easy, take some time, allow yourself enough compassion and patience, okay? Pushing through this is not going to benefit you. Sometimes you just have to call in sick. Sometimes you just have to call in sick, okay? So we're on to Cancer. Join me in a minute. I'm going to be ripping into. I'm going to be speaking very gently to Cancer because they're sensitive motherfuckers. I'm joking. I'm Cancer too, okay? Just calm the fuck down. I'm Cancer rising, okay? Calm down. I am sensitive. So don't yell at me. Okay, so let's see. All right, Kimberly, I will try and be gentle to us. But I'm also Pisces, and Pisces. All right, bye guys. Join me for Cancer.